And once again, it's time for your Farms Friday Food File podcast.
It's your contrarian agrarians,
Sue Belcom,
and Annie Carlson to tell you all about another of our favorite recipes.
Oh, and you're going to love this one, Annie. It is German apple cake.
Oh, it's apple season, Sue.
Yes, it is apple season. And boy, I'll tell you what, don't let any of those apples go to waste. For God's sakes, you can freeze them, you can dry them, and you can make this cake because this is one of the easiest cake recipes ever.
So what's the big deal about this cake?
Well, it's got just very few ingredients. You don't have to make a lot of pots and pans dirty to make it. It mixes up very quickly. And there isn't a man on the face of this planet that doesn't think this is the best doggone apple cake recipe ever.
Well, I have to hear about this. And just a reminder, the entire recipe can be found in the show notes on our website, farmsnews.com. Take us through making German apple cake.
Now, I'm not sure why it's called German apple cake, except the only people I know that have possession of this cake recipe are German. So that must be where that came from. So, first of all, you want to grease a 9x13 pan. And how do you know a pan is 9x13, Annie?
You measure it.
Oh my gosh, what a novel idea. I keep a yardstick in my kitchen.
So do I.
Just for that purpose, because after all these years, I still can't tell for sure whether it's a 9x13 pan or not. Now, you got to preheat your oven to 350 degrees because this mixes up so fast that you want to get it in the oven while it's hot. So beat 3 small eggs. Farm eggs from Morning Joy Farms would be nice.
That's right.
Beat them till they're foamy. You know how they get all like yellow and good looking. And then you add 1 cup of salad oil. Now, it says salad oil because that's what those old German ladies used to call Crisco or vegetable oil. Any kind of vegetable oil. Canola oil, or do you use a mixed blend of oil?
You can get organic oils.
Oh,
like organic
yeah.
safflower oil or canola oil.
I would recommend that, and we'll talk about why later on too. So beat your 3 small eggs, add 1 cup of salad oil, 2 cups of white sugar, and beat some more. Then you add 2 cups of flour, and this time I don't sift it, I just dump it in there. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a teaspoon of soda, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of vanilla, 4 cups of sliced apples. And if you can get the nice tart ones from your neighbor's tree, those would be the best. Then you want 1/2 to 1 cup of chopped nuts. And in my house, it's always 1 cup of chopped nuts. Mix that up, dump it in a pan, bake it till it all smells nice and brown. Let's see, does it tell me? Oh, about an hour.
Now, Sue, are you a toothpick tester? Do you test with the toothpick?
I do, because I happen to have brooms that are made from broom straw by someone who lives in like Arkansas or someplace like that. So I actually have those old-fashioned, you don't want to stick a plastic broom straw into a hot cake. Am I right?
No.
Am I right?
I use a wooden toothpick.
Oh, yeah, that would work. Or even if you have like wooden skewers that you use for, what are those things? Shish kebabs. Those would work. But yes, I do test my cakes. Test in the middle. If something sticks to your toothpick or your broom straw, leave it in the oven, right?
Well, if it coats it, then, you've got batter there and it's not done. But if there are a few crumbs sticking to it, then it's baked.
All right, there is a difference, yes. Thanks for clarifying that. So don't forget, stick a toothpick in here when it's done, because ovens bake at different temperatures. So then once again, while this is warm, you want to have your frosting ready. So while it's in the oven, you take 1 package of cream cheese, and right there, that should alert you to why everybody loves this cake.
Who wouldn't? Cream cheese frosting is the best.
The best. You can hide the worst cake in the world under cream cheese frosting. So you have 1 package cream cheese, 3 tablespoons melted butter, 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, and you want to just whoop that up with your mixer. And I think actually I probably used the same bowl that I did for the cake mix, and then just...
At least your flavor profile is consistent.
Right.
Isn't that what the chefs would say? We have a consistent flavor profile.
So, and then because you're spreading this on the warm cake and it kind of flows into all the cracks and crevices, and it's a very moist cake that has, the taste is so, I can't even explain it, but it's like one of the best cakes I've ever had. I think it's because it has lots of eggs and vanilla, and that makes that meringue sort of undertone in a cake that
Yum.
you're looking at me like I'm crazy.
It's delicious.
And you got to try this one too, folks, and you got to try it and let us know what it tastes like. Let us know if you have questions. And remember, you can find the recipe at www.farmsnews.com.
Right on the show notes. So where you found this podcast, there'll be show notes and you'll get the recipe right there. We'll be back next Friday with another installment of the Farms Friday Food File Podcast. Until then, get cooking.
Bye now.